Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Aisha Education Wadi. Today I'm going to give you my review on the TEDx by Mariappan Jawaharial, and the topic is Stop Teaching, Start Learning. Before going to give my review, I will like to introduce the speaker first. Mariappan Jawaharial is an educator focused on modernizing how we think about teaching and learning. In his TEDx titled Stop Teaching, Start Learning, he challenges traditional classroom models and encourages a shift towards student centered learning. Drawing on his experience in education, he urges he argues that when teachers step back from being the sole deliverer of content and instead become facilitators of learning, students engage more deeply, take ownership of their learning, and become lifelong learners. Now, come to the summary of this TEDx. In this talk, Jawaharlal unfolds a compelling case for rethinking how we teach. Here are the key points and flow of the talk. Number one is opening insight. He begins by pointing out how many classrooms still follow a teacher talks, students listen model. He asks, are students actually learning or are they just being taught? The difference, he says, is crucial. Teaching is about delivering content, learning is about students making meaning. Number two is problem statement. He highlights several issues with traditional teaching. He said students often remain passive recipients. The teachers in the center of the classroom rather than the students. Content is delivered in chunks rather than connected to the student's world. Assessment often focuses on recall rather than deeper understanding. These issues led to disengagement, superficial learning, and poor transfer of knowledge. What learning means, Jawaharial defines learning as an active process, students exploring, asking questions, creating connections, solving problems, reflecting and applying knowledge in new contexts. He also emphasizes that we want students not just to remember, but to use what they learn, adapt it, and grow. After that, he proposes that the teacher's role shifts from, say, side on the stage to guide on the side. Instead of primarily lecturing, teachers become facilitators too. Design rich tasks and environments for students to investigate. They also encourage inquiry, collaboration, reflection, provide scaffolding when needed, and gradually release responsibilities to students, help students set their own learning goals and monitor their progress. Design learning experiences. He explains of designing lessons that begins with a purpose, meaningful question rather than here is the content. Engage students in real world or authentic tasks. Allow students to explore, make mistakes, revise, improve. Use peer interaction, discussions, feedback, and metacognition, thinking about thinking. He underscores that students should feel that they are driving their learning. Then the key theme. He also said when students own their learning, their motivation and results improve. They become self directed, motivated, and invested in the process rather than passively waiting for instructions. He also told that instead of only using tests to measure learning, assessment should help inform learning. He said use formative assessments, feedback, peer self assessment, discussions to guide students, encourage reflection. What did I learn? How did I learn it? What could I do differently next time? What makes assessment part of the learning process, not just at the end? Further, he acknowledges that shifting from teaching to learning is not easy. It requires mindset changes, professional development, and support structures. Teachers may feel they are losing control or that the classroom gets messy, but he argues that the messiness is a part of real learning. He encourages schools to support teachers as designers of learning experiences, not just deliverers of content. Jawaharial paints a vision of classroom where curiosity rules, where students ask questions, investigate, collaborate, and imagine, where mistakes are seen as growth opportunities, where the teacher's success is measured by how well students learn, not just by how well they teach. He suggests that if we can shift our paradigm, we prepare students better for a complex, changing world, one, one where lifelong learning, adaptability, and creativity matter more than memorizing facts. He finishes with a call to all educators and stakeholders in education stop focusing on covering the syllabus and start focusing on enabling meaningful learning. He invites teachers to design their practice, ask themselves, how can I create the conditions for my students to learn, to explore, to question, to do? He encourages a commitment to change, experiments, reflections, and continuous improvement. And the talk is strong in diagnosing the old model of teaching and offering a compelling alternative. It resonates especially in today's world of rapid change where remote learning is insufficient. The emphasis on students' agencies and meaningful tasks in a big plus. Then the practical values. The shift is mindset is clear and useful. Teachers, curriculum planners, and school leaders can take immediate steps, redesign tasks, rethink assignments, ask students to reflect. The talk could have benefited from more specific micro examples. Limitation. He also talked about the limitations while the philosophy is sound. Implementing change in difficulty. The talk lightly touches on constraints, time, curriculum, teachers' preparation, large class sizes, but could explore deeper how to overcome them practically. Also, some educator might struggle with letting go of control or with students who aren't yet ready for high autonomy. Scaffolding strategies could be more developed. Overall, if preferred, I'd rather rate the talk as very worthwhile, a solid 4 or 5. It is inspiring, relevant, and actionable through it leaves room for deeper practical how-to details. So this is the review of my TEDx today. I hope you like the review. See you next time. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.